Hey guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. Um, Today I decided to make a video about some of these illusions um, that you see on the internet or you learn in your classrooms and that. And basically what they are, you'll look at two images side by side, or you'll look at one image and it'll ask you what color do you really see and such and that. And when you say, "Oh, I see green," and then it'll tell you, "Oh, well, it's not really green, it's red." And it's just kind of these illusions that play tricks on your mind and make you see one color when it's actually another color in that. And I always thought to myself, well, how do you actually, test this, besides what they're telling you on the sheet of paper or in the textbook, and it's like, I I mean, they can say that, yeah, this color is actually blue when you think it's actually seeing it as green, but how do you know? So I thought to myself, how could I test this? And I figured, well, I have Photoshop, so why don't I open it up in Photoshop and take a look? So one of my first experiments I came up on that I found on the internet, I'm going to zoom in on this page, is it's like a twin girls experiment. Now on the left, this girl has orange eyes, and then on the right, the girl has green eyes. But when you look at it, there's a layer of red over her left eye, and then on this side of the image, there's a layer of cyan, which I believe is the color, over her one green eye. Now, when you look at it, you see yellow on both images. I mean, you can clearly see, yeah, that's yellow and that's yellow. But what the experiment and what they're telling you on paper is that this eye over here is actually orange and that this eye over here is actually green. But how do you know that? How do you know they just didn't put yellow eyes in there, and how do you test it? So I figured I'd use Photoshop. So here I'm going to open up my background color, and it brings up a palette up here, and it lets me choose whatever color I want. So what I want to do is I want to choose the color of this right eye over here. So I click on that, I hit OK, and boom, it shows me the color of that right eye right there. So I'm going to switch over to my secondary background color. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to choose my color. So what I'll do is I'll use my dropper here and I'm going to click on this yellow eye. As soon as I click on the yellow eye and hit OK, look at that. It shows up orange. And just so you don't think my eyedropper is malfunctioning or anything, I'll go over here and click on the yellow. See, it turns yellow. And then I'll click on the black. It turns black. I'll go back onto this yellow eye again. And it's orange. So in actuality, that eye is actually orange, but since it has this red layer over top of it, it's actually making you see yellow. But you're not actually seeing yellow, you're actually seeing orange. It's tricking your mind into thinking that you are actually seeing yellow, and that's not the case. We can do it over here as well. I can click on this green eye. You can see that it's green. And then I can click on this yellow eye, which I'm perceiving as yellow, unless you're colorblind. And look at that. It's green. So I think my intentions were to try to debunk these illusions, but in actuality, I couldn't debunk any of them. They all were what they said they were. So I'm going to go over to the next illusion I have. That one I'm going to save for last. This one is the land effect illusion. Now, what they tell you in this illusion is that the dots over here are green, and then that the dots over here are green. But if you look at the dots on this side, they look blue. And if you look at the dots on this side, they look green. So I'm going to open up my palette because this is an actual software. This is a computer. It can tell me what colors I'm actually looking at. I mean, if I click on this background, it tells me it's pink. Now I'm going to click on this dot right here. It's telling me it's green. So I'm going to switch it over and I'll click on this background. Background is red. but I'm going to click on this dot, which looks blue to me. I'm going to hit OK, and it's actually green. So, and I basically designed this in Photoshop myself off of the one I saw on the internet. I just wanted to see, if I designed it myself, if it would actually work, and it works because I'm seeing blue over here, and I'm seeing green dots over here. So I couldn't debunk that one. That's actually a legitimate, experiment. So let me go to the last one here. And this one I think is the coolest one. And I don't know why it works, but it worked for me. I know it doesn't work for everybody because the site that I took the picture off of, some people said they couldn't see it and others said they could. I saw it the first time I tried it and I just couldn't believe what I saw. So I was like, how can I test this? And I'm like, well, I can take it into Photoshop and invert it. So basically, how this experiment works is we have a negative photo image right here, and they gave her a red nose. So what you do is you look at the red nose for 20 seconds, and then after you're done looking at it for 20 seconds, immediately turn your head and look at a white sheet of paper. Um, a lot of the comments I read on that website that I got it from, they were saying, as soon as they looked at the paper, they could actually see the full color of the actual woman, like the color of her hair and her skin and all that stuff. When I did it, like the image popped in my mind like in mid-turn. Like as my head was turning to go look at the white paper, like the image just popped like right in my head, and I could see her white sweater and her, well, not her white sweater, but I could see her with her skin and all, like skin color and all that stuff. It was just so weird that my brain could actually decipher that image and give me the true colors that are actually there. So I thought to test this to make sure I saw what I saw was actually what I saw. I took it into Photoshop, and what I'm going to do is invert it, and there you go. She has a black sweater, the white dress, and the black belt. And this is exactly basically what I saw when I was turning my head. And I just thought that it only flashes up for like a second and a half, and then that's it. But it's amazing that my brain could actually process a negative image and pull the colors out of it. And I don't know why it works. It just works. And it just makes you wonder like how much other things you're actually seeing in the day that you're not actually seeing, if you know what I mean. Like your brain takes in so much stuff subconsciously and you don't realize it, you don't think about it, but you're always letting stuff in your through your eyes into your brain and you just don't realize it. Just like kind of like subliminal messaging. So I thought that was a really cool experiment, and maybe if you guys should come across these experiments, I just try to debunk them, and I can't. They're actually legitimate experiments. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. All right, see ya. Bye.